My microphone's working. There we go. It is Monday morning. Woo woo. I don't know if I'm going to really woo woo that. I don't mean that woo woo, but it is Monday morning. We are on a Divine Instinct week. And I have been playing with my camera settings. One problem is the camera doesn't stretch as far as I need it to. So I might have to adjust tomorrow. But that happens in the wide world of whatever it is I'm doing. I find it funny that we can see the reflection of the backlight. This light, you can see it on the fabric. So we're almost done the column. And my voice has decided that it's going to probably shit the bed. I had a pretty good weekend. I hope everybody else did. Very uneventful. I got to play some Ark with Husband Creature. I got to work on I'm working on it's a rose lily. It's a very pretty flower pattern. And I'm learning a new stitch called the Afghan stitch. It's a front post stitch for crochet. There's a post stitch. I don't know if it's necessarily a front post stitch, but it's a post stitch. And those are their own special beast. But I'm getting pretty good at it. So. Oh my goodness. We'll probably be working on 939 all week. Because even though I have full faith that I'm going to get to the bottom of the page in this column today, I think I still have one or two more columns to do. And then there's a spot in here. Well, of course I zoomed in. There's a spot in this area that is 939 as well that I just haven't tackled because I wanted to get the outside edge of the ear. Very sunny day here today. Very nice. I'm working on my vendor displays because right now I have enough stuff to sell. Now I need to work on my display so I can sell it. So the construction that's going on right up the street. Today is a cement day. I think I hear a cement truck driving by right now. But in addition, I saw the foreman. Oh, it must be. I think that might be a logging truck, which I'm impressed they got it down the road. But today I saw the foundation company's truck parked over, facing the wrong way, of course. So be prepared. Most of the summer, I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to be complaining about that house being built. I don't, whatever its use is, I don't care. I support it. But at the same time, I know for a fact that those people are not going to respect that this is a one-way street. And I'm waiting for them to not respect the parking lots of the houses that are here. We are all good feature. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get the upper today we are. She's now. She lives a rough life. How are you today, Council? I get that. It is spring, and my voice is working on going away for a little bit because of allergies. We're just going to bypass my vocal cords and blow out hot air. It is a very pretty day here. Oh, so I totally have to talk about the ukulele. So for me, it's it's truly just changing the uke to the ook, which ook on its own is a fun syllable. It's a fun, it's a, yeah, and that's what I meant when I said I'd have to change for my personal pronunciation is the oo from the oo to the ook. I get that. For me, like I take I take Claritin or loratadine on a regular basis, um, just because I don't know what I'm allergic to at this point in my life, and I really don't feel like taking an allergy test. Um, but still, in the springtime, I know I'm allergic to white pine and birch. So that even though I'm taking the allergy pill every day, the allergy to those two trees is strong enough that this is my voice and the dry itchy eyes. I managed to get one of the things I needed to get done today done. Um, I I changed a light bulb that I've been meaning to change for a good long time. I changed it today, and life is great. And I'm working on priming some of my trim boards for my display units. I just had them. There they are. Huh, that is weird. Well, you're the only one here that helped them. So far, this week is looking to be normal stream week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I do know that I have some wonkiness coming up in the next couple weeks. So, Jules is invisible. We love the Jules, but she's invisible right now. As scary as this next sentence is we are the reality anchors right now. We are the support. We are the routine. And as long as work doesn't yoink me around, I'll be here every day I'm supposed to be. I'm almost done the page. Yeah. Well, not the page. I'm almost done this column. uh, Generally on Mondays, I look at my craft room and go, oh my goodness, what did I do this weekend to tear it apart? It actually managed to stay clean this weekend. I think it's mostly because I was super busy being downstairs, because my downstairs area is not super clean at all. Mhm. My phone is going crazy. Mhm. I just got done 10 rows. Woohoo! Mhm. Oh my goodness. Mhm. La 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 la. Therapeutic stabbing. Oh, goodness. 8 more lines and then I'm done the page. Or done the column, I should say. Then I get to go back up to the top and work my way down. Get the big block work all done, and then I'll fill in this area with the ear. Oh, hello. And you are here in observer mode only, Miss. Also, since my brain can't be bothered to actually type it out, if you need help with Canva or any like graphic design or anything, I'm more than willing to help. Well, I'm not horribly chatty. Okay. But just tossing that out there in general. If anybody needs like help with that, I'm not always the best at like, oh yeah, I can totally let me just say, hey, can you help me? And just toss me an invite on the project, and I'll touch base and help out where I can. I mean, I can also do any other sort of media and whatnot. Like if you want a video made, I can do YouTube things, stuff like that. I have a whole pile of skills that I'm really, really good at that I never get to use. So I would more than gladly help out so I can get to use them. Yeah, I feel like there's just yuck all clogging up my throat. So if I'm not horribly chatty, that's why. I always thought Canva auto saved. Or you mean downloading it kind of thing. But I've definitely noticed that my streams are tame. Mm. Or they're about as rowdy as a crusted stream can get. Jeez. Yeah, if you ever wanna get my input, rockcreature at Gmail um is I have a Canva profile under that email. So you can add me to your team. Oh my goodness. Hey, sometimes that's the best that can happen is just not being the target. You go into the hairdresser, I support. Get your hair did. That's coming out of me. I very rarely get my hair trimmed. I know I should, but I don't. I'm gonna, I'm gonna toss out the same warning I did when your husband's father passed. Watch out for family. You already know this, but now you know what I'm talking about. And unfortunately, I mean that in the worst way ever. Like that's why I was very clear with my family is when a relative passes, I don't want any material things. If they leave me material things, that is fine. But nothing will replace them. So yes. I want every last one of my older family members to have fun with what they have while they have it. Um, Anything that is left to me is obviously like a gift of they I know that when my Nana passes, I am getting her cross stitch stuff. I'm getting her finished cross stitches, and I'm getting all of that stuff because she asked me point blank. She's like, I don't want to be morbid or anything like that, but no one's gonna want this, and I don't want it going to a dump. I'm like, Nana, I got you. Oh yeah, yeah. I was reading about that. I'm weird. I don't like. I will read chats and whatnot on my phone. I do. I do not like participating in chats on my phone. So when you get shorter answers from me, generally I'm on my phone. When you get the novels from me, I'm either on my tower or I'm really pissed off. You can determine due to the topic of the conversation which one is which. But most of the time I don't chat a whole lot via my phone. I know it seems weird, but that's just how it is. Mhm. Two more of that. Huh? Wow, that's kind of impressive. Unfortunately, unfortunately, death does not bring out the good always in people. I think it should. I think it should be a celebration of the love that that person had. And if you had no love for that person, do not attend. Like it just don't attend the thingy ma do because I know not everybody loves everybody. And that's okay. You don't have to love everybody. You don't even have to like everybody. But be a decent enough human that if you do not like a person, don't ruin a special time for people who do. Of course it will. My grandmother, when she passed, she had nothing. Absolutely nothing. And she lived with my mom and my dad. She had nothing. Nothing. And when she passed, shit was still started between the four sisters. How? I don't know. That is the magic of my family. Like like my grandmother, I think she had something like cuz my grandfather was military, so that she had like a small payout life insurance thing from the VA, and that was it. Like that was it. And it still managed to start shit. Yeah. you can show up. And that's not the wife's place. To be perfectly blunt, that is not the wife's place to dictate that. That would be like husband creature telling me that I need to go to the funeral of my abuser. Shit ain't happening. I didn't like the man. Hell, he's on my murder. He's the only human being I would murder in cold blood and then walk up to the cops and say, I killed him, no regrets. And that would be like husband creature going, well, you need to go to his funeral because he's your sister's father. So let's see, that's the thing is most people, oh, well, what if I don't, for me, it doesn't register. Like, I know it's a weird trait. But if I would much rather have and as and as antisocial and non-peoply as I am, if someone in my life who I care about passes, their will means nothing to me, because I would any day of the week have the person, or I like having the memories, or maybe a small trinket, but I'm not looking for anything beyond the love of the memory of that person. Oh my goodness. Girl, you need to record and then like run it through an AI generator and make like loads of money off the soap opera that the AI will generate from the recording of whatever's about to go down. Uploaded onto YouTube as a AI story. I know all the residents at my building listen to these like retirement stories about how the stepdaughter and the father-in-law, the daughter-in-law are trying to get the money, and yeah, the drama is just, it's over the top. I'm almost done this round. Almost done. Got two more rows. And I counted correctly. Yay! Honestly, that means more to me than anything else, is that I counted correctly. uh, Mhm. Oh my. You could use AI to generate novels and then put them on YouTube and monetize them, and then that's how you could get passive income because they're based off of true stories. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's a good way to do it. You wouldn't have to you wouldn't have to clean anybody's house unless you wanted to. I with as many people that are out there, I have no doubt. I still haven't found my bobbin, so I still am pulling from the source. I like I'm only half kidding, Jules. Like I think it's a really good idea, and it's not outing anybody or anything. You could use a pen name and run it through an AI generator, give it a voice on YouTube. People eat that stuff up. I know I have one resident, now actually no two that I know of that just sit and listen to those kinds of stories for hours. And I mean, there are some days where I do it too. Like I'll turn on stories of Reddit, just people reading Reddit stories, like Charlotte. Um, I don't have the energy to be like Charlotte, but I could definitely run something through a story through an AI generator. I mean, yeah, I can sit and do this, but after a couple of hours, I'm done, and I'm. But though I'm getting back into the groove of it, like it's getting better. My groove is getting fixed a little bit, and I really appreciate everybody putting up with my groove getting wonked out. The weather getting nicer is helping me feel better and move a little bit better, but yes, we move in the shadows. Okay, I need to. Oh no, Peach is hungry. I'm on the last row. Mhm. Yay! That is good. Boop. Going back. Okay, we're on the last two. The last two boxes. I gotta go down even. Gotta go down even more. Okay. Good morning. Well, I don't know if it's a good morning. It is certainly morning. 3, 4, 7. Oh. The feels are real. Now I get to work at the very top, so you guys get to see my hands up close. I think with the next model of the next version of this desk, I'll have I think I want to go with, instead of having holes, I'm going to use a router bit and drill a slide so I can move my thing up and down to appropriately put it where I need to for the. It makes sense in my brain. Three. and it'll probably be about the same for me. Like, I mean, I'm on version like 3, 4. Um, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1. Sorry, I'm working on the foundation stitch for the column. So, and when there's a lot of breaks, I need to actually count because I've messed up a lot. Get one. What? Okay. Woohoo. Um. Yeah, and I still have like parts of the old versions. Like I have the stand that I used for my cross stitch before I actually was upstairs. And had a desk all of my own. Um, I'm working on the attic space. Very slowly, I'm working on the attic space, but there's progress. There's slow progress, baby steps. Um, but that's going to be more of a fixed spot, and I think like I like I have the adjustable like the base level of what I have is I like. Um, but there's like little things like instead of having like 3 holes where I can put the bolts in to hold and tilt. If I have just like a small a slide, it sounds so awful, a slit that I can just loosen up the washers and slide up and down to adjust appropriately for more precise movements. That's kind of what I'm thinking about. Most of the improvements I have left are just like precision, like how can I get it to move and hold and stuff like that. And a lot of that comes from me just paying attention and doing a little bit better. Hmm. I haven't even I haven't gotten that far. I think that with my upstairs space, I'm going to have to use smaller monitors, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. Um, because the space that I'm using it's not big enough for the monitors that I have currently. And it's house structure, so I can't change it. But those are details that can wait until I actually have a little bit more base level work done. Is it in a safe spot? I love those safe spots. I have so much stuff in safe spots. Mhm. Oh, oh my goodness. We got all kinds of fun and excitement today. it's a very loose mod jail. Let's be fair. I understand that sometimes doing things is the best you can do. Like, I know it sounds crass to say, when someone passes, they're gone. Um, you can't fix that. You can't take that away. You can't change it. Um, it's like when I talk about work is with my coworkers and whatnot, and when they call out, it's like, well, we can't change that they called out. We still have residents that we have to provide care and services for. I got to keep going because that's what the job is. Um, if I need to stop, then I need to reevaluate, that kind of thing. So it's always so funny. It's like I understand that staying busy and keeping going is a way to heal yourself. Well, if you want to come down here, I can totally use some help rearranging. Even if it's just you sitting around going, "Hey." Mhm. Mhm. I gotta give it. I got Peepaw rallied a lot. He he was keeping everybody on their toes. And that's that. He did it his way. Mm. And sometimes that's how it is. Like I participated in palliative care for a few residents, and they went out on their terms, and I couldn't have been more proud of them. And we try not to do palliative care where I work, because not a whole lot of people are prepared for it. Strangely enough, strangely enough, autism makes palliative care really easy. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel feelings and I process it later, but my slow processing speed makes me really good at doing what I need to do and dealing with it later. And I and it's a weird kind of flex, but all the families really appreciate how calm and how good I am working with their family member as they are passing, and how I don't even like I for me, I don't like I don't show like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, your last few moments, I'm gonna speak to you the same way I always did. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna make you smile. For me, probably like that story of the world where all the lies you tell show up as marks on your person. I'd be the medic, the EMT. Well, a lot of palliative care in facilities just isn't great. Like, and that's why when I am on palliative care duty, I make sure that that resident is taken care of, is not made to be a fool, I guess, or pitied or whatnot. Like, I know they don't want pity. They know they're old. Like, that's the biggest thing I get working with residents, older residents, is they know they're old. They know it. We don't need to be telling them. You should have just like, I have piles and piles of note paper. I could have sent you down like a whole box. That's fantastic. That's one thing I really like about the facility I work at, is every resident has their own room. They don't have roommates. Um, and mind you, we don't have CNAs. We don't have any nursing staff per se. Um, We are a non-medical facility, and we try to make that very clear. We don't, but at the same time, you don't have to. Sometimes death doesn't really give a warning. So that's the kind of thing that the families appreciate. Um, oh, we. I get that. I completely understand that. Pig, you're fine. You are fine. I know. Pixie is full of opinions today. Okay, no. And this is where we're working. Where I'm working now is the last column of the page. So after I'm done this column, I can move on to a different color. Not that there's not a whole lot of, well, no, because I have the inner ear to work on, but there's not a whole lot of other colors to really work on. This page truly is mostly 939 in black. And yes, there's the ear. Oh, this camera froze. There's the ear, but most of this page is just 939 in black. 310. I remember some of those drives. I'm not there nearly as much, but I remember some of them. I know I haven't gone. Look, I know I haven't gone through a whole piece of loose string. I'm getting Pixie's version of Sarah McLaughlin. Ah. I just caught my hand in the back of the project. Oh, the little speckle. I'm going to send a tentative goal this week to get to the bottom of this call. I don't know if I can actually do it or not. I can hope, but that's my week. This week's goal is to get to the bottom of this page in this call. Mm-hmm. See, my question is, were there any ever any honest politicians to start with? Because in my false happy hope that not all humanity is bad, I know even myself, I have my own agenda. Like, mind you, most of mine is very community motivated, and I want everybody to have a good life, stability, happiness, joy. But still, I have my own agenda. Like, I'm not a malicious person by any stretch of the imagination. But at the same time, I'm not going to say that I'm completely selfless. I do have my own motives when I agree or disagree to things. And sometimes they are all just about me, and I'm getting better at accepting that. Because this world wasn't ready for Jesus to be selfless. What makes them think they're ready for me to be selfless? Well, I put you in timeout, but I didn't actually take anything from you. So, at least I don't think I did. Because I haven't touched my admin, but I'm putting you on suggested timeout because I don't want you to feel that you have any sort of responsibility. You got to deal with your shit. Mm-hmm. Mhm. That's lovely. Mhm. We'll play another rousing game of how many stitches did I do today. I kind of know, um, but I'm not gonna hit my final check mark till I'm all done. So at about quarter of somewhere in that ballpark, we're gonna play how many stitches did I actually get done today. And I will tell you, it's over 200. Or at least it will be. It's not like the number that I'm looking at is not over 200, but the stitches that I haven't checked off, it will be over 200. So have to a quarter of to formulate a thought, of a guess, of a something. Pig, you're fine. I know. I know. I know. No, you're fine. Pet friends is how I get dog hair in my. Yeah, I know, because it's always so surprising. Go. Mhm. Just, just you and me, Jules. Everybody else seemingly ran away. Though that generally happens at about 11:20. Like it's funny. I know that chat doesn't really pick up till about 10:30, and then at about 11:30, it kind of heaters off. Mhm. Two. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, well, you're if you're already going out today. Three. Skip one. I'm game. Just point me in a direction. I do have to work today though, so I'm pretty sure I'm on a floor. I'm on a cart. I know my primaries are coming up here soon. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mhm. Okay, got 28 rows all done. All right. The last column, 18, and I just got, as soon as I close out these X's, these half stitches, I'll be at the bottom of the first row of 10. Okay. I think after I get this row done, I'll tally up my stitches and give the deets. Because it seems fitting to stop on a on a on a 10 point. Okay. So I've done 18 rows. One was a relatively smaller row, and then this block, these 10 rows, if they were all full, if this was just solid color, it would have been 200 stitches. So find out. I'm gonna do the Price is Right kind of game. I'm gonna do 290. Though part of me thinks that's pushing it, but I'm good at doubting myself, so I'm gonna stick with 290. Now we started off today at 11.62. And we did... Oh! Jules, your first guess would have been right. 280. 280 is what we did. 280 stitches. So, and we got up to 11.72%. So we did about 0.1/10% today. So, want everybody to have a fantastic day, or the best you can with what you got. Drink your water, take your meds, be kind to yourself without harming others. Be kind to others without harming yourself. I will be here tomorrow from 10 to noon, not 10 to 2. 2 o'clock's when I'm leaving for work. So from 10 to noon, I will see everybody on the flip side and stuff and things. I love you all, and thank you for the gift of your time.